Good morning! Happy Monday. It's Roberta here. I figured it would be a great time to do a video for you. Currently, I'm at work, plugging away, doing my thing, and needed to talk to you guys about something that's going on in my life. Many of you know that I am the type of person that falls in love really easily and who struggles with attachment issues and feeling secure in the relationships that I have. I have always struggled with this. I've been in many narcissistic relationships and dealt with a lot of cheating, dealt with a lot of heartbreak, and it has made me quite insecure. However, over the last few months, I have been opening myself up to a relationship with somebody, and although it wasn't specifically a relationship, I had developed a connection with this person, and he and I both recognized that connection. However, it's very complicated, and it has been a challenge for me to get out of my comfort zone and be okay with it just being what it is. And I had put my own self on the back burner again because I felt like I didn't want to push him, and I felt like I didn't want to create problems where they didn't really exist. However, it got to a point where it was like a month and he would ignore me basically, and our conversations were minimal, and he was talking to other girls sexually and sending sexual pictures, and it was really hard for me because I knew it was going on in the first place, and I don't really accept that. That's not a standard that I would hold dear to my partner, but I was trying to be accepting of it because I cared so much. And so last night I had this conversation with him again, and basically he just reiterated what I had already known, but I was not willing to accept, and that was that he didn't want a connection with anybody, and that although we had connected, he wasn't willing to reciprocate the same amount of attention and caring that he was in the beginning when it all started, and he was just willing to do that for new people. It bothered me because I was so attached to him that I wasn't willing to step out of myself and put myself out there, and I would cry myself to sleep, and it was really, really difficult, but I thought that it was going to help me grow, and I was going to start to just accept people for who they were. And I made a decision this morning to block and delete him from everything because I realized that no matter how many times I put myself in a position where I was doing everything I could for this person, he was not willing to reciprocate that same amount of respect and appreciation. And I think that lots of people struggle with this. They struggle with feelings, and you can't stop yourself from feeling one way for somebody. When it happens, it happens. And the truth is that if the other person isn't willing to do anything with that, you have to know for yourself whether you're willing to deal with that or if you just need to go. And sometimes it takes several months to understand that and to be comfortable in your decisions and be aware of your truth and be aware of what you need out of somebody that you love. It's really hard letting go of somebody that you really love because you know that they don't feel the same way. But you can't let somebody use you when they feel it's necessary. It has to be a two-way street, and believe me, it never gets easier. But you start to realize your worth and you start to make better decisions, and you're going to make the same mistakes over and over until you realize your standards are what they are, and you can't break your standards just because you want something to work out. You can't control people, you can't control circumstances, and I never had expectations going into it, but I did have standards of how I was meant to be treated, and I felt like those standards were being thrown to the side. And yeah, so if you are currently going through, a hard time, and you are struggling month to month with somebody who sees you once a week, and it's amazing when you're together, but don't really want anything from you, and they're just using you. Do yourself a favor, and if it's hurting you too much, and if you're spending too much of your time focusing on that, escape. Remove yourself from it. Give the space needed, because nothing can grow in a place where there's so much resistance on the other end. And you will push that person away even more by fighting your opinion and your standards, because a person like that isn't going to see you and your standards as valuable. They're not going to care. They're just going to worry about themselves, and you need to worry about yourself too. If there is anybody out there who is struggling with this, please reach out to me. I have had my fair share of hardships in the relationship area, but one thing's for sure is I am great at advising people when to let go, because I too have had to learn to let go even when I don't want to, and it's always turned out for the better, and you wouldn't believe how many people come storming back into your life afterwards, and maybe the timing's just not right, but do you and take care of you and take care of your heart, because your heart literally needs you to, and you will lose life if you let it break all the time for people who don't give a shit. So love yourself first. And if somebody can't love you for who you are, and they can't make the same sacrifices that you do, they're probably not right for you. And yes, love does take some sacrifice, and it takes some communication, and I'm not telling you to have expectations. I'm telling you to be open and love a person in all their imperfections, but know when enough's enough. Talk to you guys soon. Please like, subscribe, and follow me on my other social media, and I will be in touch. Have a good rest of your day.